Kuramjai, good afternoon. You are watching Afternoon English Bulletin on SKTV, and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. Before we begin, let's take a look at the headlines first. Arambai Tenggol suspends a 10-day ban with immediate effect to continue democratic protests until Assam Kanan's release. Formal talks held between Centre and Kuki's Sioux groups to bring long-lasting political solution. Renowned writer and dramatist Arambam Samarendra remembered on his 25th death anniversary at his memorial site at Kurai Nandai Mamlaikai. And Manipur records one COVID-positive case amid fresh surge of cases across country as per Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And now to top stories. Arambai Tenggol has suspended the 10-day ban imposed against arrests of its 5 members with immediate effect in view of the hardships endured by the general public. It further stated that the organization will take on other democratic forms of agitation. Arambai Tenggol PRO Kwarakpam Robin Mangang announced this during a press meet held today at its general headquarters located in Imphal. He went on to state that Arambai Tenggol is a socio-cultural organization and that the organization members had been compelled to take up arms in order to defend the state from the aggression carried out by illegal immigrants entered from Myanmar. While terming the crackdown against the organization's members as unfortunate, Robin Mangang added that the circumstances forced the organization to impose the 10-day ban. He further decried that several individuals who impersonated as Arambai Tenggol members tried to tarnish the organization image by carrying out violent acts, including firing upon security forces, damaging vehicles, and attacking press and media personnel in the name of imposing ban. He added that Arambai Tenggol decided to suspend the ban immediately in view of the hardships endured by the general public. Robin Mangang conveyed that the organization has counseled 14 individuals who carried out violent acts during the ban in the guise of Arambai Tenggol members.
Kangleipak ima asibu kannabai damakta honna jarubagi damak madugi mahi oina ekoi huji phana koidan tanbiba NIA na case pansalakba CBI na case pansalakba state ki police singji gi ekoi gi station jing da FIR mayam pansalakba asigo mayam ju pen do pongdok boina Arambai Tenggol na ban kaujaki ado hariba ban sida yamna nungai taba thoning da thodok haiba targadi Arambai Tenggol gi ming season arganda Arambai Tenggol di nataba ngausin phejinaba isa chaba ban gi namada irang sagatpa Migi Lambida Mayum Mapada Khamduna Leva Gari May Tadokpa Lohong Kongdong Balakoda Gari Tugaiba Mipuba Amadi Amna criminal minded Oiba Adugumba Press Kitchen House in the Putaba then state force in the Nauri Caption Ba Adugum Mayam Toxalapodagi in Jana Piam Pumduna Leva Yerum Pumduna Leva Nga Pumduna Leva Aduna Maram Organda Imphal Mayons the city Manung the Port Tankalaba Aduna Maram Organda Equator Madam Karadang Pomtok Yagadra Hadana Razamiam Kana request our Potagi Madu Kana Matunda Kara relax Taurasi Adana Dumana Silip Nazare Adubai Yamna Democratic Oiva Lona Yaba Monda Adugumba Hongzangdi Hajin Kriba Ekoi Yamba senior leader Arambai Tenggol Assam Kanan Thador Tripau by Koi Makal Makal Kiagi Hongzangdi Adumak Changsin Zagigani.
Union Ministry of Home Affairs MHA discussed changes in the ground rules of the suspension of Operation Sioux agreement with representatives of Kuki's militant groups at the meeting that was held at New Delhi yesterday. The talks were held with 5 members of Kuki's Sioux groups, including spokesperson of United People's Front, Aaron Kipgan, and spokesperson of Kuki National Organization KNO, Dr. Salian Haukip, and MHA's Northeast Advisor, A.K. Mishra, and Intelligence Bureau officials. According to government sources, the discussion revolved around opening of highways to ensure that the free movement of people across the state without any obstruction, while the Kuki groups demanded a revision in the ground rules of the Sioux agreement. It may be mentioned that there is a demand to relocate these Sioux camps away from areas near the valley districts, which has a concentration of Meitei population, and to reduce the number of camps from 14 to 7. According to sources, the discussion on the renewal of the camps has not yet happened, as it is an ongoing process. The second meeting is likely to be held within a week. Former chairman of UNLF, R.K. Megan, has alleged that the present situation of the state is a strategic maneuver by central government aimed at systematically eliminating revolutionaries from the state. The statement was made during the 25th Remembrance Day of late Lamyanba Arambam Samarendra, held at its memorial site at Kurai Nandaivam Lekai today. The event saw the presence of former UNLF chairman R.K. Megan and active chairman of Pambai-led UNLF Moirangthem Nongyai, Mairapai organizations, CSOs and the public. The attendees paid floral tribute to the statue of Arambam Samarendra and also observed a 2-minute silence in his honor. During the event, the friends of Arambam Samarendra, who worked together for the development of Manipur arts and literature, remembered and narrated some of these stories to the gathering people. Addressing the event, R.K. Megan said that late Arambam Samarendra was a born revolutionary who sacrificed his life for the state. He added that the late revolutionary was also an enthusiast of arts such as theatre, dance, songs and literatures. R.K. Megan further noted that Arambam Samarendra was, however, not involved in politics. Responding to media persons, R.K. Megan alleged that the controversial incident of Gwaltabi, where Maha Regiment instructed media persons to remove the word Manipur from a state-sponsored MST bus, was a carefully structured plan by central government to stir up animosity among the communities.
Tamon Samarendra si Magnalarik Tamingai Matamdagi Horaga, like the Winko of Hova, Yolo Moina, Adumba, Punsigilam, the Salakiva, the ceremony. Tungan Town Badumba, Kunagi, Punsigilam, the theatre, the music, the playwright Moina, lyricist Moina, music, nothing what they lump Kudimak, women's empowerment, Hirasu, Kunagi economy, Fogana with Unkalo, Singugi, Adumba, Tabak Lop Sing, the Kalambada, Tawa Yoramba. Hiram Kudimakta Haitare, Sarugaki, Mr. Amane, Man, Yawam, there was see, Diagi Manung, the Satariba politics as the Yawam de. Masimak Nasu, Maki, revolutionary principle ado, Nagna, he has a Kangi. Manipuri, Sarang, the perfume, Nasi, Nena, Handraba, Amagamaga, Hanalava, Commercial Marakta, Kunapim Ponava, Saruka, Sankaleva, Dumata from Sister, Mayam Punama Sebu, Tassin, Comsin Mangamba, Alusingba, Aram, Samarendra, Matu, Die, I say, I see, you may have that part of pinning.
Meanwhile, acting chairman of Pambai-led UNLF, Moirangthem Nongyai, said that Arambam Samarendra was a multi-faced person. He maintained that the late revolutionary also advocated for women empowerment during his time and that he also sacrificed for arts and literature.
Arambam Samarendra Maxi multifaceted oiba, multidimensional oiba, Magi, my tongues, Magi Satamsi, Yam Yamre, likewise Irabosuni. Lamyan Rabasu, Yawolo Yamo, Kibutanatana, Yawan, Lusingbom, Kibutanatana, Lyric Ebony, Drama, Tobani, Sanabani, Lord Oxy, Yawon Larogi, Lilam Chata, Lamyan Rabot Kimatang, the Fighting Matiksa, Kai Panaba, Leader Dima, Katani, Haiba from sea, Masida, Agipira, Hetar. Konaya said that Nupi Singi, Tagasi, Wakanaba Honagasu, Mahak revolutionary principle number the gate, Pubayama, Haidoki Bamidi, nothing. Revolutionary leader among Obuduni Mahabu series. Asagi theatre Gilamda, Drama Gilamda Kaida, Torambagi, the Mutta Man, when a Kapaga Hatke, Natia Sida. Revolutionary Amo Oikibudo, Adugi the Mutaneva, Mabu Makomas, the Hatki was a Siakoin, Kamina Shahita.
Manipur recorded one COVID-19 case in the current surge of COVID in the country. As per latest data released by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 tally reached 6,815 cases with 324 fresh cases in the last 24 hours and 3 deaths, one each in Delhi, Kerala and Jharkhand. Kerala continues to be the most affected state with active cases tally reaching 2,053 early today morning. On the other hand, Gujarat has 1,109 COVID-19 cases and West Bengal has 747 cases. A total of 68 deaths have been reported due to COVID-19 since January 2025. Meanwhile, according to data from Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium, 163 cases of the new COVID variant XFG have recently been detected across India. Remember viewers, XFG variant is a descendant of the Omicron subvariant. However, there is no evidence that XFG can cause severe illness. Like most Omicron subvariants, it appears to be associated with mild upper respiratory symptoms. Challengers Youth of Arambam has extended its support to the democratic protest announced by Arambai Tenggol. Speaking at the press conference held at the office of Challengers Youth of Arambam today, President of the club, James Leishangthem, condemned the authority for arresting members of Arambai Tenggol, which has been consistently working for the betterment of the society and to safeguard the state. He demanded for the unconditional release of all arrested Arambai Tenggol members. James further urged the public to take up democratic form of protest instead of opting for violent form of protest.
Arambai Tenggol na dinamdam Manipur gi tongan furup singi tongan section kya gi punshin naba amadi apun bagi pangan sagat naba maitai khakta gi natna to furup kya gi awana kya da thodang kya logduna lagliba sigum laba Manipur gi unity sagat pada asauba pangalam oiriba asauba thongna am oiriba dugum laba Tenggol sing asi pajan basi challenges jodong kunna pongi maikai de gi yaningde maramaduna hairiba pajan kiba Tenggol sing asi condition amata yaudana ngasi mak aduk pinaba sinbi gatabani haiduna press media gi kutangda Hamzage Luna Sigum Lava, Hoishauna Raba Pen Raba Tenggol sing asina, Numitarani, Chokna Satariba Total Shutdown Asida, Challenges or Kunda from Sigi Mike de Suma Pumpana, support Tauri Amasum Makata Sudum Tokigani.
Security forces allegedly damaged several houses, shops and vehicles at both sides of Kangambok Bazaar along National Highway 102 yesterday. The incident reportedly occurred after a large numbers of people stormed at the office of SP Thobal office located at Kangambok. According to information received from the spot, security forces resorted to heavy tear gas shelling and fired smoke bombs to control a large crowd who stormed at Kangambok Bazaar at around 7 p.m. yesterday. Locals alleged that the security forces also damaged multiple shops, houses and vehicles parked inside the premises of several residences located at both sides of Kangambok Bazaar, creating panic to the locals. A local who identified herself as Sarita strongly condemned the incident while urging the authorities concerned to take action against the security personnel involved.
Kangambok Bazaar National Highway number 102 gi nak eta tariba dukan sing amadi yum sing sida combined force ki team ama laklakanda khangudana tholakpa irang sida amanga ta kayam thon birame imungda tumamba mi phawba live attempt tawbagi sangda khudong thibi yana nanghan biramba se praja mayam na yam tina nungai taba phongduk chari aduga loinana praja mayam sibu ngakpi senbi gadra haina thamjariba akoi gi security force sing sin oina onjallaga praja mayam se to sumaina attack tawbiba se akoi gi leiriba bazaar committee gi side tagi amadi haiba khunja side sidagi yam pendaba nungaitaba phongdokchari aduga mari leinaba authority singna hairiba thongdoksiga yamna athuba matamda tigatpiraga action lokhatpinaba haina matungda sigumba thongdokse thohanbidanaba amadi sigumba thongdoksida senariba mioi singjibu athuba matamda sijan humjanba tawraga action lokhatpiyo haina committee gi side amadi khunja mayam gi side tagi thamjari.
Now moving on to national news. Congress leader Jairam Ramesh has sat it was bizarre of a Union Home Minister Amit Shah to claim that peace had been restored in Jammu and Kashmir and the Northeast. The Congress leader alleged that Home Minister's assertion was meant to divert attention from its own labeled as colossal failures. In a post on X, Jairam Ramesh characterized Amit Shah as a person of maximum boost, minimum achievements. He maintained that the terrorists responsible for the brutal Pahalgam attack have still not been brought to justice. He further alleged that reports suggest these same terrorists were involved in previous attacks in Poonch, December 2023, and Jahangir and Gulmarg, that is October 2024. Referring to Manipur, Jairam Ramesh asserted that the state remains in turmoil with law and order in a perilous condition despite the imposition of President's rule, which he described as a miserable failure. He emphasized the frustration, agony, and anger of the people whose daily lives and livelihoods continue to suffer. The Congress leader noted that the Union Home Minister has failed miserably in bringing the Pahalgam terrorists to justice. He has failed monumentally in bringing about normalcy in Manipur. Now let's talk about India's population. India's population is estimated to reach 1.46 billion in 2025, continuing to be the highest in the world. In the latest UN demographic report, it is mentioned that the country's total fertility rate has fallen below the replacement rate. The report found that India's total fertility rate has declined to 1.9 births per woman, falling below the replacement level of 2.1. The report also reveals key shifts in population composition, fertility, and life expectancy, signaling a major demographic transition. Despite the slowing birth rate, India's youth population remains significant, with 24% in the age bracket of 0 to 14, 17% in 10 to 19 years, and 26% in 10 to 24 years. The country's 68% of the population is of working age, that is 15 to 64 years, providing a potential demographic dividend if matched by adequate employment and policy support. The elderly population, that is 65 and older, currently stands at 7%, a figure that is expected to rise in the coming decades as life expectancy improves. As of 2025, life expectancy at birth is projected to be 71 years for men and 74 years for women. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Arambai Tenggol suspends a 10-day ban with immediate effect to continue democratic protests until Assam Kanan's release. Formal talks held between Centre and Kuki Sioux groups to bring a long-lasting political solution. Renowned writer and dramatist Arambam Samarendra remembered on his 25th death anniversary at his memorial site at Kurai Nandevam Lekai. And Manipur records one COVID-positive case amid fresh surge of cases across country as per Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Well, that's all we have in this afternoon bulletin. Thanks for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, have a great evening.